And what's up, everybody? I'm back with another video game review, and today I'm reviewing Pokemon Violet. Yes, another Pokemon game that I am reviewing. This game came out just a couple years ago, if I remember right. I don't remember exactly, but another one of the Pokemon games. Thank you to Jeffofthemellows for letting me borrow this game and giving me the chance to play it. I've had this game on the list for a while, but I finally got the chance to get playing it, and I was actually pleasantly surprised, all things considered. So I got a lot of thoughts on it. Let's jump right into it, shall we? Now, about this game. So, um, it's probably my favorite Pokemon game that I've played so far. Now, that's not saying a whole lot, but it definitely is up there. I don't know what it is. I just had more fun playing this game than I have with other games in the Pokemon series. I usually lose interest pretty quickly, and it did take me that much longer, but I thought the battle system was better in my opinion. I thought it was more fun just to explore the worlds and traverse the worlds, and I thought the story, what story there is, was more intriguing, though there wasn't a whole lot of story. It could have been elaborated on so much more, but it is a Pokemon game, so you can't really yeah, you can't really, what am I trying to say? You can't really expect a whole lot more because it is a Pokemon game. So, yeah, you got that to worry about. Anyway, it could have been more realized though, for sure. Um, but I thought it was really easy to just go in and find Pokemon. They're not like super out there to find, but you can just wander into some grass or into a different area of the world, and boom, you got a bunch you could go catch, and then it's fun to fight them, and you can catch them and stuff like that, and just the battle system as well. Was fun, and that's always been my more favorite parts about playing Pokemon games. So that's maybe why I like it more than other Pokemon games, is the fact that the battle system is so much more fun, and you can just do really whatever you want. It's really, really good. So I definitely like that. There are a lot of things that people don't like about this game, and I got to give some opinions on those too. Obviously, the graphics. I mean, the graphics are okay. I mean, it's a Pokemon game. They got to pump them out year after year. I mean, they're not doing that anymore really now, which is good. But when they were doing that, you have to kind of say, oh yeah, this is not going to be. You got to think it's not going to be the most graphically good game. The glitches are, whatever. I didn't really experience that many of the glitches, but it was okay. Also, the lack of interiors, kind of like rooms or like caves to go in and explore. And this is not a huge complaint on my part either, because, not really not really something I absolutely look for. But I know more diehard Pokemon fans have other opinions about that, and that's perfectly justified if you think that it's like that. I think you're perfectly justified. I can totally see your reasoning there. It's just not something that affects me too directly. If you know. But I mean, for what there was, I mean, there were some interiors, and that definitely makes you yearn for more. I definitely, there were some cool caves to go in, and there's been some stuff that a lot of people talked about in other Pokemon games that weren't, not really realized in this game. And that goes towards the story too. I think they just didn't work on that as much as I think they could have, and it could have definitely improved the experience a little bit. The auto fight function is awesome. You just kind of let your Pokemon do whatever you want. That's a really cool feature. And I really wish that was more realized in other Pokemon games, because that's really, really cool. Something I hope they keep around. Well, I guess I haven't really played the Pokemon games in order, so I don't know if they have been keeping it around, but you know what I mean. And then the big thing, I really wish you could use Miraidon more. I think that's what it's called, Miraidon. I played Violet, obviously not Scarlet, so I got Miraidon. And that is cool to play with that Pokemon that's like introduced so early on into the game. I just wish it was more usable. You ride around with it and you can do other stuff with it, but man, you really can't do a whole lot else with the game. In the game, I know obviously if they incorporate it as a regular Pokemon, you could pretty much like just scream through the first part of the game, but also like you can give it a little bit more functionality. That's something that I would have liked to see. That's just kind of what I'm saying. But overall, I actually had a lot of fun with this game. It's a Pokemon game, and Pokemon games have started to kind of fall into kind of like the category that Zelda games fall in for me. I can see why other people really enjoy them, and there's definitely parts about them that I like, but they're not my favorite games by far. And that might be a controversial opinion, but it is my opinion. So it is what it is on that front. But for my final score for Pokemon Violet, I'm gonna have to I'll give it a 7. I'll give it a 7. I enjoyed it more than other Pokemon games that I've played. And there's definitely some elements that I like. There's stuff that, they could reincorporate, but I think overall it's a pretty fun game. And if you are a Pokemon fan, or somebody who would like to be getting into Pokemon, this is a good game to get into, in my opinion. I think it's fun, but you kind of got to know what you're doing, and you got to stick with it. Like all Pokemon games, it's a long, long game. So, there you go. But that's going to do it for this review. If you've ever played Pokemon Scarlet or Violet, I guess. I only played Violet, so this is going to be a review of Violet. But Scarlet, pretty much the same thing. I want to know your thoughts about it, though, in the comment section down below. And that's going to do it for this video as well. So stay tuned for much more amazing content, including more game reviews and other awesome stuff. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.